So yeah, I feel great about that. I'm very proud of it. But I want to add to multiple Indy 500 winner Marcus Ericsson.
Why is it so hard to add to it?
I mean, I've been close enough a couple of times. So no, I mean this race is just really hard to win, right? It's such a long race. There's so many things that you have to get right, and even when you do get everything right, it's still not over until it's over. So it's a tough race to win. And but yeah, it's the race you work all year round, or at least I do, to try and figure out how I can be better here, how I can execute better, how I can minimize mistakes, how I can just get back to victory lane, basically. So it's what drives me and I think many others.
How can you begin to describe the range of emotions you felt last year? Because you had tears on pit road finishing second. Then when you wake up the next morning, you find out you got penalized. Moved you to the back. So what was the range of emotions during that 12-hour period?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, it was probably tougher to finish second and being that close to winning and sort of kicking myself for not being able to win. You know, that was really tough. But then, yeah, it was another gut punch in day two because, you know, like, even finishing second is maybe the worst place to finish here, but it's still a great result, you know, and obviously for points and everything and for the team, it was still a great effort. So to get that taken away from us was really tough, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the year, unfortunately for us. We had a really tough second half of the season after that. So I think that also shows how much this race means for the drivers, for the pit crews, for the mechanics, everyone. So yeah, it was a tough one last year, but we were also so good, and I think that's the biggest thing. We need to bring that confidence and bring that knowledge that we showed last year.
How different does it feel with your third year here now, not having that fourth car, not having Andretti as a teammate for this race? Does it feel any different to you?
I mean, we miss Marco. He's a great guy and a great driver, and it was fun being teammates with him for the last few years. But yeah, I still feel like we have a great lineup. You know, with Will coming in, he's a winner here, and obviously a fantastic driver, and he's already gelled so well into the team, and I work really well with Will, and we sort of seem to drive cars very similar as well. So that's been driving the setup towards a direction that's been suiting me more as well. So I really feel like we have one of the strongest lineups in the field. There's no doubt about it, and that makes me very excited thinking about the month of May.
With the success you've had here in general, what do you feel like the key is to finishing pretty high up year after year?
I think teamwork is one of it. I was very lucky to have Palu and Dixon and TK and a bunch of other guys over the years in Ganassi that really helped me win my 500 and finishing second. But also working through the steps. It's a long month and you need to do it step by step and be patient. I think that's another key where a lot of people make that mistake to try and push too early, and I did that in 2024, and that really bit me and sort of ruined my month of May. So it's about being clever out there and doing it step by step.
Does it change? Like, does the formula of how to win this race change year to year, or like, is it pretty simple? If I do this and avoid this and this, I should be in the mix.
Yeah, I think it's quite similar, to be honest. Sometimes it changes with regulations and if the car downforce and stuff like that. But now it's been quite similar for the last few years. So I have a pretty good game plan in my head how I know I can win this race. So I'm gonna stick to that, and I think that's gonna be good to put me in the mix.
Thinking back to when you came to IndyCar, would it have surprised you? You'd have been so good at this racetrack.
Yes and no. I mean, obviously ovals was something I've never done before, but I always was very curious about ovals. And the other thing that I've always been at my best at the biggest events, at the biggest races, when the pressure is on, is when I feel like I really thrive and really performs my best. And that's why, coming here, I always felt like the 500 would be something that would suit me, because you're in a pressure cooker and it's a lot of emotions there for the drivers. And I think, drivers handle that in different ways. And for me, that's really brings the best out of me. So I think that's why I am very good here, and I feel like I always get the best out of myself at this race.
Has Ron maybe changed the approach for Andretti coming into this year compared to maybe last year without him?
I mean, Ron has really been a great leader, and he's been, doing his, you know, he hasn't turned things upside down. You know, it's already a strong team he's come to, but he's definitely had some good ideas and things on how to do things, and especially for the month of May, he's got some good directions he wants to do things at. So I definitely feel like he's added a lot to the organization, and that makes me very excited to this month of May.
Do you all know what happened with assume it was a hybrid at Long Beach, do you know what happened, and confident or not confident that it could not necessarily happen here, but or for the Grand Prix?
Yeah, I mean, as I understood, it's still it's sent to Europe to get analyzed even more to sort of understand exactly what failed in the hybrid. But it was supposed to be like out for service after Long Beach. It was quite late on its sort of life or whatever. I don't know how that really works, but no, it's a concern. You know, it's definitely something you don't want to happen. Luckily, it hasn't been much of that, you know, since we started with the hybrid. It's been very few failures. There's been a few, but there's not been many. It's just unfortunate it happens when you're, you know, I wasn't leading, but I was having a decent day, and you know, you lose a lot of points in the championship when you have a DNF, and you know how competitive IndyCar is these days. It's not fun when that happens.
Was it a different issue than what Kyle had? Do you know?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it was a different issue. Yeah.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thanks.